Broncos defeat the Panthers in Super Bowl 50, and U.S. athletes should consider not attending the Olympics if they fear Zika, while an ex-IRS agent tried to bribe a medical marijuana dispensary. And happy Chinese New Year, it's the year of the monkey. Today is February 8th, 2016. I'm Kyle Bindas, and this is Laker News. The biggest game night of the year just celebrated its 50th anniversary. Over the last half-century, Super Bowl Sunday has grown into America's consistently most watched sporting event, gaining more and more viewers and fetching higher and higher ad prices for host networks. And last night, the NFL delivered once again. Reed Binion reports.
Denver Broncos have defeated the Carolina Panthers.
Super Bowl 50 was a close game until nearly the end, serving up a euphoric victory for the Broncos, an excruciating and bitter defeat for the Panthers.
It's just really sad, honestly.
I hope you're happy, Goodell. That's what I have to say.
And for Denver's Peyton Manning, now the oldest starting quarterback in Super Bowl history, the big game may have delivered a perfect ending.
Thank you very much. Go Broncos!
Manning was coy when asked about his future.
Not making an emotional decision one way or the other. But like I said, I'm going to kind of enjoy the night, take it one step at a time.
But if this was his last game, he couldn't have scripted it better. And as always, the game was about much more than just tackles and touchdowns. Halftime was a star-powered musical blowout. Coldplay plus Beyonce.
Okay, ladies, now let's get information.
Another Super Bowl halftime veteran, Bruno Mars.
Fellas, let's get this stadium shaking.
And ending with highlights from 50 years worth of halftime shows. And of course, there were the high-concept, high-dollar commercials. One ad in particular raised eyebrows.
He's eating Doritos on my ultrasound.
Ultrasound by Australian filmmaker Peter Carstairs was the winner of the Doritos ad contest. Another big winner Sunday night, CBS charging the highest amount for commercial time in Super Bowl history at $5 million for 30 seconds. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
In a Reuters exclusive, the United States Olympic Committee told U.S. sports federations that athletes and staff concerned for the health over the Zika virus should consider not going to the Rio 2016 Olympic Games in August. The message was delivered in a conference call involving U.S. OC officials and leaders of U.S. sport federations. Federations were told that no one should go to Brazil if they don't feel comfortable going, bottom line. The U.S. OC's briefing is the latest sign that Olympic officials are taking the Zika threat to the Games seriously and acknowledging that at least some athletes and support staff could face a tough decision over whether to attend. Global health authorities suspect the mosquito-borne Zika virus has caused a spike in Brazil of microcephaly, a birth defect marked by an abnormally small head. As a result, the WHO declared an international health emergency, and the CDC is advising pregnant women or those considering becoming pregnant to avoid travel to places with Zika outbreaks. If Chipotle is your usual go-to lunch destination, get ready to try something new this afternoon. Chipotle says it will close all of its locations for 4 hours this morning for a food safety meeting. The move comes after an E. coli outbreak at the Mexican restaurant last year. About 500 people got sick, including several basketball players at Boston College. At the meeting, employees will go over an updated food safety program implemented by the chain in January. All Chipotle restaurants will be closed from 11 a.m. to 3 o'clock this afternoon. At least 4 people, including an 8-year-old girl, were rescued today from a high-rise Taiwanese apartment building toppled by a powerful quake 2 days earlier. More than 100 people are believed to still be under the debris in a disaster that struck during the most important family holiday in the Chinese calendar, the Lunar New Year. Saturday's quake killed at least 38 people in southern Taiwan, all but 2 of them in the collapse of the 17-story building. Even though the 6.4 magnitude quake was shallow, few buildings were reported to have been damaged, which experts said was because of Taiwan's building standards are high. The trial begins today for former IRS agent Paul G. Hurley, who's accused of soliciting and receiving a $20,000 bribe from a Seattle medical marijuana dispensary. According to prosecutors, Hurley told the dispensary owner that he had saved his business $1 million and suggested he pay off Hurley's student loans in exchange. The owner contacted law enforcement and agreed to participate in a sting operation in which Hurley accepted a manila envelope with $20,000 in cash. Hurley denies soliciting the bribe and says the dispensary owner offered him a job performing accounting services. Here's a bit of Super Bowl trivia. North Korea's newest satellite passed almost right over the stadium. Whatever motives Pyongyang may have about its rocket launches to develop nuclear-tipped long-range missiles, it now has 2 satellites circling the Earth, according to NORAD, the North American Aerospace Command, which monitors all satellites in orbit. Both the Shining Star satellites completed their orbit in about 94 minutes, and based on data released by international organizations tracking them, the new one passed almost right over Levi's Stadium about an hour after the Super Bowl ended. Today marks the first day of the Year of the Monkey, the 9th animal in the Chinese zodiac calendar. The week-long holiday, known as the Spring Festival in China, is celebrated as a year for successful business ventures and entrepreneurs. The festival is focused on family reunion and is a time when students and migrant workers return to their hometowns. It's also the year of optimism, positivity, and certain change, so expect the unexpected, according to centuries-old lore. Thanks for watching Laker News. We'll see you back here tomorrow.